Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I've got what should be an exciting one to share with you guys and gals today. It's one that I've seen online for a while, and a member of the Beez Hive has sent it to share with all of you, and it'll probably be a giveaway, just saying. And by the way, this knife right here is the Kizer Original Black. There's 3 versions, and I'll show them to you here in just a minute because these are getting ready to drop. I'll tell you the exact day and moment that they're going to drop, and you're going to be able to get them with my discount code. So watch, stay tuned, and all that good stuff. So let's get this dude out of here and see what it looks like. I am opening the box upside down because all the shipping stuff's on the other side. That's all right. Can we open it upside down? Well, let's give it a try. Are we still taped? So you can watch the Beez Blades Struggle Bus channel. Okay, yeah. You got to cut through the tape to get it out. Oh, there we go. We got tactical peanuts. How about those tactical peanuts, man? All right, here we go. It's a rake. Yes. It looks like rake, but it's rake. That's how everyone pronounces it. So does it say what it is? There's your model number, the P841-L in black and green. And it's a Phoenix Light Limited. That's who makes them. That's what always throws me off, is a light company makes them. So let's get it out here and take a look. Without further ado, you know what? I'll actually show you. Here's the Kizer and Mojave collab, and it's the Kizer Original Black, Original Green, and the Original Gunmetal. These are all going to be available at midnight on March 14th, 2022. And I have links in the description. There's 3 different places you can get them. But start at Mojave Outdoor. They're the ones that are going to sell them. And you could use my discount code and get these for like 75 bucks. They're normally like 84 something. But you're going to save 10%. But you could get these at either Mojave Outdoor, or you can get them on Amazon, and you can get them on eBay through the same place, and you can use the discount code for all of them. And man, these things are sweet. If you haven't seen, I did a full review and I took it apart and showed you how to take it apart, what it looks like on the inside. These are a perfect EDC knife. But back to the knife we're here to see. As always, I have to say thank you to my channel members, thank you to my patrons, and thank you subscribers. You guys are making this thing freaking awesome. And let's see what we get in here. You get a little doodad, doodad with some information on it. A little, nothing special there, and nothing else in the box. And here is the knife. Ooh, let's see what we got. And there's a little card here with rake on it, ready to make it. And pa-pow. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Would y'all look at it? Just look at it. There we go. Got some focus happening. That is pretty neat. I like it. It's like a deep forest green kind of. Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. So there's this side. And here is this side. Oh, that's a different looking pocket clip. We'll see how that goes in and out of the pocket. We're going to disassemble it, go over everything, all the goodies. Ooh, look at that full back spacer. I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. And what's this? What's this thing up here? We're going to check that out too. You know, before we do anything else, let me tell you, this is $35.95. It's like 36 bucks at White Mountain Knives, and that's with using my discount code. Yeah, I always say discount code, but why not get 10% off? That's just all I'm saying. There'll be links in the description where you can get this at White Mountain Knives, Amazon, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, this is a pretty cool knife. Let's go ahead and get the specs, and we'll do them in less than 60 seconds, and then we'll get into all the fun stuff. I got so excited to get the specs in classic Beez fashion. I didn't even show you the blade. Wow. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That is sweet. I like it. Ooh, me like it. I can't wait to check out the ergos and all that good stuff. Look at that. That is a sweet, it's kind of a drop pointy, kind of a sheep's footy, stretched out, elongated. I don't know. Call it whatever you want. All right, now we'll get the specs and do them in less than 60 seconds. Okay, how much is she gonna weigh? Let's see. It's not quite 5. Boy, this feels pretty close to the Manix 2. I'm gonna go with 4.8. And back on my game, baby. 4.89 ounces. How about that? All right, you already know. Are you ready? Are you set? Let's do it. So your total length from tip to tip is 8.16 inches. You have a drop point blade with Sandvik 14C28N steel, has a satin finish, and your total length right from the scale to the tip is 3.5 inches, and then your sharpen length 3.62 inches. Your blade width 0.99 inches, and your blade stock thickness is 119 thousandths of an inch. Your thickness behind the edge is 15, and then it kind of trails. It gets a little bit thicker as you go towards the tip. You have really nice looking textured G10 for the handles. I really like it. I like it a lot. Your close length from tip to tip is 4.68 inches. Your handle width, right on the money, just about an inch, 0.99 inches. I would call it an inch. Your closed width at the widest point's 1.29 inches. Your handle thickness is 0.60 inches. And your opening methods are a flipper and thumb studs. And what's in the pivot? You already know. We're going to take it apart. We're going to find out. We're going to break it down. And this is a right side tip up only carry. And you have T8 and T6s for your screws. And your model number is P841-L. For fun, let's see how it cuts some catalog paper to see if it's sharp out of the box. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, look at that nice edge. Yes, I'll take it. Very nice. You know, I always enjoy these knives that are under 40 bucks and have good, solid materials and feel solid. I can't wait to check the rest of this out. I mean, it feels really nice. So getting up nice and close, let's go from one end down to the other. Look at that. I mean, this is what did I say, 36 bucks? Look at the finish on that puppy. Really nice grind on the blade. Very nice. We'll just go all the way down here. There you can see rake. When I say that, I just always want to say Ruike. But it's rake. That's how everyone says it. And how about some texture vision? Ooh, yeah. And I can tell you, this has very nice texture. It's not aggressive, but it's like perfect. This is the texture you want. And these lines right here, they give you added texture like vertically. So you have texture going each direction. So you have a little bit of bite right here and then the regular bite of the middle of the G10. I like it. Look at that. Would you look at it? And there's a lanyard hole, nice big old lanyard hole if you like lanyard holes. And we'll see what it looks like on the inside. I like how these aren't nested liners. I'm not a big fan of nested liners because it gives you sharp edges. So no sharp edges there. I'm appreciating that. And what's our, let's see, are we centered? Yes. And look at that. Nice, strong tip. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta have a strong tip, right? And what's our lockup? Lockup is, oh, we got a good lockup. About 55%, I'd say. Nice, solid lockup. Oh, I can't wait to get to the ergos. And taking another look at the back, look at that. Full-on back spacer all the way down. It's going to help keep stuff out of there. And then this right here, I think this is going to be a lock. And we're going to check that out here in just a minute when we open it up. But do we have any blade play? Oh no, it is rock solid. It's not going any direction. Very nice and solid. And how about in and out of my pocket? Let's see. Oh yeah, nice and solid in and out of the pocket. And let's show you the other side real quick, going all the way down. There you can see Sandvik 14C28N steel. That's what I'm talking about right there. And then there's a big old, I don't know, whatever, serial number, I guess is what you call it. You tell me. Look at that. That is so nice and clean. And here's your thumb studs. I like the shape of those thumb studs. Really nice and clean. They're not sharp, but they, I think they're perfect. I like I'm trying to decide in my head right now what that color is or what they're made out of. I'm not really sure, but I like that accent, the difference in color. Before I lose all my words, you ready to check out deployment? Well, I am too, but first we're going to do some quick size comparisons. So here's the QSP Penguin Titanium, and it's more slender than the regular QSP Penguin, so you definitely have a nice thick handle. I'm going to lay some out here, and hopefully you'll have one or two of these. That way you'll get a good idea for the size of this knife. So, taking it quickly, here's the Spyderco PM3 or Para 3, and here's the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So yeah, this is no baby knife. Definitely solid. And you know, while we have the Penguin out, let's go ahead and put the Penguin. You have to have a Penguin, right? You already know there's so many variations of this. Go check it out. Get you a Penguin. And if the Penguin's too small, how about the Sativian ST103? There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. And how about the Petrified Fish PF868? Now that is a beauty. So many people went and got the PF868 because this is a workhorse. And of course, you already know I have a video on it, disassembled it and all that good stuff. And here is the Civivi Cogent Very popular right now. Button locks are all the rage right now. But you can see this is a full-size knife. And one of my favorites, the Kizer T1. I really, really like the T1. I like it a lot. And here's another rake, the Ruike P841. This one is like hotcakes. Everyone went and got one, and I did too, and I see why. It's a very gentlemanly, cool-looking knife, and it's very functional, and the prices of these rake knives are just unbelievable. I'll put two more. How about the CJRB Feldspar? I haven't had the Feldspar up here in a while, and then I'm going to put this one up, and I have really enjoyed this one. This is the Kubi Momentum. I had to look over. There you go. It's the Momentum. I love this one. All right, let's get into the fun stuff. Now for deployment. It's about freaking time, right? Hey, first, if you haven't subscribed to Beez Blades, what? Are you kidding me? Right there. Not right here, but down below. Hit the subscribe button, and then right over there next to it is a bell button. You have to hit that bell button, and then you'll see all. Hit all. That way you'll get notified when new content comes out from Beez Blades. You don't want to miss what's coming up next. All right, so let's do this. Let's see, we have thumb studs. We have all kinds of ways to open it. What are we going to try first? How about, let's see how the push button does. Snap. Ooh, nice. A little bit of shake shut. Pow, right in the kisser. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Pow, right in the kisser. So, I bet that's going to clean up. I bet that's going to get even better once we disassemble it. Can I reverse flick this? Yes. Yes. Got the reverse flick and then the regular flick. Very nice. And I was talking about this on the live stream last night. If you're new to the knife community and you get a knife that has thumb studs and you try to open it and you're failing it and it's doing that on you, there's a good chance that you're thinking you push the thumb studs outward. And this didn't come from a knife, that came from my shelving, metal shelving, just letting you know. But if you have thumb studs, don't push outwards because you're going to have most likely fail it. And you're going to think, well, that doesn't work like it does on YouTube. Well, this is the reason why. With the thumb stud, you want to put your finger at a 90-degree angle. Don't do it back here. Give it some angle so you have some spring in your finger, like you're flicking something like this. So not only that, you want to flick straight upwards towards the pivot, not that way. You want to flip this way. So when you flip upwards, snap, just like that. Ooh, yeah, this has a nice snap to it. Very nice. See here? I'm flipping upwards and not outwards. Just saying. I've noticed a lot of people when I hand them a knife and they're not used to them and they have a thumb stud, they flip outwards and they fail it, and that's a good way to get yourself cut. Anyway, how about left-handed? Pow! Right in the kisser. Easy left-handed. Ooh, and I just felt, oh yeah, we have a nice pass-through. So if you're left-handed, this is comfortable. You can't reverse the pocket clip though. And you know what? Speaking of pocket clip, here's a look at it. It was comfortable. It was easy in and out of the pocket. We'll see how it does on Ergos here in just a second. But as far as the pass-through, yes, nice and comfortable. Look at there. We have some jimping. The jimping is semi-aggressive. You're not going to miss it with your finger. I like that. I really like that. When you just brush it with the side of your thumb, you're able to close it. Or you know what I'm saying, disengage it. I really like that pass-through. It's very comfortable. 2 extra points for that for me. But if you like to fidget with your knives, you're going to be able to fidget with this all day long. There's so many ways to open it. Reverse flick. It is so nice and snappy. And then, there you go. There's your light switch. Very nice. And, oh, yes. I love being able to slow roll them open. I need to cut something. Just slow roll it. Swing, swing, swing. Ooh, that brings me to Ergos. So, my hand from here to here is 4 inches. From here to here is 3.5. And from the bottom of my palm to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that. Plenty of purchase. And you know what? I'm getting no hot spots at all. And you know, I don't always squeeze my knife when I'm cutting. Most everyday carry, the stuff that you do, you're not squeezing for dear life and trying to chop through a tree trunk, right? So, oh, nice. That is comfortable. So let's check this out. I almost forgot. So this dude right here, up here, are you getting a good look there? So how does this work? Okay, it slides up and it locks the liner lock. All right. This is the first one I've seen like this. But that's pretty cool. It's like a double safety. That's pretty neat. I almost forgot about that. It's just, you know what? That's something else that's really cool. It's there, but it's not sticking out, and it's not like this extra feature that's just glaring at you. But when you put your finger, oh, check it out. So not only does it fit the hand, it fills the hand very well. You can put your thumb down here, push up, and you've got double lock. You've locked your liner lock. You have extra protection. That is pretty cool. I'm curious, there's got to be a lot of you that have had something like this. Tell me what you think about it. That seems like a really neat feature. Easy to use. It has some jimping on it that's easy to grab with your thumb, but it's not aggressive and it doesn't bother you in your grip. So there's the grip, the classic grip. That's nice. How about some utility cutting? Yep, the tip goes right down to the surface, so this is going to be good for utility cutting. This is a very comfortable knife. Man, under 40 bucks, 14C28N. Oh, look at that. I tried to close it. I couldn't. I had it locked. And you don't have to lock it. That is pretty sweet. So overall, I really like the Ergos. You can really put your thumb up here, get into a pull cut. The Ergos are great. This thing is fantastic. It's not sharp. I'm feeling this edge right here. It's not super chamfered. Let's see. Now, see the edges right there? They're chamfered. But where the chamfering stops, that's what I can feel if I'm really squeezing, but it's not, I can't call it a hot spot. It's very comfortable. You know what? Let's get in here, take this thing apart. If you're new to the channel, take you a quick screenshot because this is everything you need to take your knives apart. You get you a Weehaw stubby, you got to get you one of these. Everyone has one of these bad boys. I mean, I swear everyone does. And then get you some KPL knife pivot lube. I have KPL original and heavy, and I have 10% discount off KPL, just saying. And then also get you some doodads, otherwise known as swabs, and a Weehaw bit set. Don't get the cheap bits. Get this set, and look, you end up with a backup driver. I would say get a couple of these. That way you have more than one. That way if you need a backup driver, some backup bits, you are set and ready to go. And some thread locker. Make sure you get the right kind. Hopefully you took a screenshot. Do not get the heavy duty. You want removable. And by the way, you could get all that stuff at KPL and you know you're getting the right thing and you're not going to get the wrong thing. So you have that option too. So let's get in here and check this dude out. Hopefully this is going to be a straightforward design. Check this out. This means that hopefully we have a D-shaped pivot, which is very nice. Very, very nice. And our screw is coming out very easily. That is very sweet. This is my chance to remind you about Friday nights, Beez Blades, live at the Hive. Oh, now look at this. Is that a little rubber? So this is a little rubber piece. This is the first time I have seen one of these that instead of Loctite or thread locker, you have this dude, which helps keep it from coming loose. That is sweet. First time I've seen it, and it's on a budget knife. How about that? And I know you all love budget knives. And I like this one, but you can get all kinds of drivers. There's a million different kinds of bit drivers out there that you can get. I mean, there's a bajillion of them. But I'm going to take this. I have it's spinning on this side, so I have my finger holding it down. And this one looks like this one does have some thread locker on it. But before I forget, Beez Blades live at the Hive. And last night was the live stream. We have one every Friday night from 8:15 to at least 11:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And oh man, the giveaways last night were a blast. We just celebrated Beez Blades turning 1 year old. It's anniversary of the channel. So excited. I can't believe it. And this channel is just going places because of all of you, the subscribers and the patrons and the channel members. You guys are all so awesome. And you're making this so much fun. Now, all of these screws that I'm taking out here are T6. And last night's live stream was an absolute blast. I mean, it was so much fun. Now, see here, keep track of your screws. This one's longer than the other ones, and I'm keeping it up here in a different spot. So I put them in the same spot. And let's see if this one is the same length as the other one. This one looks like, yeah, this one probably is. But you don't want to lose track of them. But the lives, just so you know, it's not the reason to come to the live streams, but it is fun that I do giveaways. That they are so much fun and so exciting. I love seeing all the numbers flying as people are guessing. The giveaways happen right there live. You win and pow. And it's that easy. So here's the inside of the scale. Has a lot of lube. Let me get my rag. Now I just have a piece of microfiber cloth with some rubbing alcohol on it. That's something else I always use. Now look at this. This is interesting. This is like, it's almost salve-like. It's a very thick, some thick stuff they're using. I'm going to take that off of there because I don't feel like I need that heavy. It's like almost like it's somebody in here will know. And that's something else that's nice about this knife community, is because when I come across something like this and I don't know what it is, all I have to do is ask. And there's people that are like, oh yeah, it's this or it's that. We have a lot of people from all walks of life that have the answers to your questions. And look at here. It is, whoo boy, it is salved up. I'm calling it salve. It's probably some kind of lightweight, like lithium grease or something like that. I really doubt that that is needed. It almost looks like a little overkill in there, and I'm going to clean that out. Wow. Wow. I'm going to get a other rag, one that's previously used. So let's see how this dude works. Now this dude is just sitting on there. Okay. So see that? It's just sitting on there to do its job. So there's no extra. We'll see how I get it back on there if I remember how it was setting. Maybe if I set it the right direction, but I think we're going to be good. And how are we going to come apart here? Oh, nice. It just lifted right off. So see that? It's clean. It just has a lot of that, I don't know, whatever, lube or protectant. But I'm going to take that off just because I personally don't want it on there. There's a reason for it. Boy, I can smell it. It has quite an odor. It's quite odoriferous. So I'm cleaning all around in there, and I'm going to use one of my doodads. Somebody in the chat the other day in one of the videos was saying that they contacted KPL and told them they need to call them doodads. I thought that was pretty good. Pretty funny. You think you're funny, don't you? So look at there. There's your ball bearings. And those look like steel bearings. We'll double check and I'll show you how in case you're new. And see this hole right here? That's the detent hole. That's where the detent ball goes. And then right around there, you see that circle? We're going to put some KPL heavy around that in just a minute after we get this cleaned off. And here is our stop pin. That's what stops the blade. A lot of you already know what that is, but a lot of you might not. We have new people in here every day. Don't forget. And make sure you welcome the newcomers. And if you're a newcomer, make a comment down in the comment section. Let us know that you're new. Let us know if you have any questions. People will answer them, and especially on the live streams. That's where you're going to get all the support you ever need. Any questions you have about knives, they will be answered. Because like I said, we have people that have been knife collecting forever. And then we have a bunch of newbies every week. So do not feel like, well, I can't go in there and talk about knives. I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? Most of us don't either. But there's always somebody that knows something that the other person doesn't. So I'm going to clean this. I'm getting all this grease off. I'm just going to say it's white lithium grease. I don't know why. That's just what comes to mind. I'm probably completely wrong, but we'll find out in the comments of this video. And that's something else you all do, is you always comment in the videos. So look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice looking. And those are steel colored, so I'm pretty sure that those are going to stick to the magnet. And yes, they stick to the magnet. Those are steel ball bearings. They feel really nice and slickery. Very nice. Okay, and this is, it's a budget knife. So there's your pivot. And look, we have a D-shaped pivot. Yes. That's what keeps it from spinning. So I'm going to take it out. Just because I'm getting all this grease off of here. And some of you might be like, no, leave the grease on there. It's good stuff. I'm not worried about it. Not worried about it. Here's a better look at your pivot with a little contrast. There you go. See there? How about that? Very nice. Very, very nice. So I'm going to take this dude off. And I got to tell you, I really like the texture of this G10. It is nice. That grease is making that dude stick on there. I'll just grab these little dudes and use this to get it off of there, because it is stuck on there with the goopy goop. You can see it. You already know. I'm using this rag here. My hands are getting all slick with that stuff. But that's all right. That stuff is probably really good. There's a lot of folks that never take their knives apart, and I bet that lube or grease or whatever it's called lasts a long time. It looked like they put it there for a reason. They didn't do it for fun, for funsies. And there's a look at the inside. So it's clean, other than just the appearance from all the grease stuff. That's what I'm calling it, grease stuff. So I'm just getting this all nice and cleaned out with the alcohol, just the alcohol, getting all up in there. All right, so I think we are ready now to put it back together. So there's your knife. There's your little safety thing. There's your blade. There's a little piece of lint from my rag. And there you go. So let's go right backwards from where we came. And I'm going to get a doodad and put some KPL knife pivot lube on it. This is the KPL original. And I'm going to put some on the inside right here, this track. Just make sure it's nice and lubey-dubed up. I'm going to put a little bit around here. Make sure you can see it. Just putting some around there. Want everything to be nice and lubed and taken care of. Man, I had so much fun last night. It's like as soon as the live stream ends, I just can't wait until next week because it's just so much fun hanging out with all of you. And it was a blast. And you all were telling me, you know, congratulations and happy Beez Blades anniversary. It was so nice. You guys are so kind. You are so very kind. I've made so many friends in this community. It is just amazing. It's amazeballs. It's awesome. I'm going to put some more of this lube on. Well, you know what? Let's see if I can not get too ahead of myself for once. And I'm going to put my pivot in here. The pivot doesn't matter which way it goes on this side because it's going to match to where you'll see when this matches up that D shape, you'll see it'll want to go this way. So I'm going to point it downward. See? So it matches the D shape. So I'm going to go ahead and point it that direction right now. And I freshly cut a piece of that microfiber cloth and I didn't shake it. I usually shake it off. There we go. Now we get that dude in there. Puts a little bit of looby-doob. Now, why is it not wanting to spin? Okay, there we go. All right. Just checking. Make sure everything's working like it's supposed to. Now I'm going to put my blade on. Just like this. Boy, I got those little fuzzies everywhere. And I have that grease on my fingers. Whatever that stuff is. But if you haven't disassembled a knife before, you could see it's not that hard. And if you get one of these knives or one of the other knives, and you could go up and search in this, there's a search bar. If you want to search through knife to see what knives that I've disassembled, you can look at the search bar. And I also have playlists too. But if you want to see what knives have been on the Beez Blades channel, you can look up at the top when you're on your PC. You can look and you'll see the community tab. If you scroll over, there's a what do you call that thing? It's a magnifying glass. You can actually type in the name of a knife and you can see whether it's been on the channel or not. And if you do not know how to look in the description, you know how I'm always saying, hey, there's links in the description, there's discount codes. If you don't know how to look and see that, email me, beezblades@gmail.com. I'll explain how to see that. Now, I have KPL Heavy here. Here's the KPL Heavy, and I'm going to make sure we're nice and clear. I'm going to put one drop right here. And then see this little bitty, let me see if you can see it. Get the lighting right. So right there, just barely see it. There's a path that detent ball follows. And that's plenty. So now we have the KPL Heavy on the detent. And a tactical fuzzy, another tactical fuzzy. Let's see if it's going to line up. Are we going to line up? All right, seems like that's lining up. Now, let's see if I can get this dude back where he was. And, oh, okay. So, look here. Let me get this, make sure everything's lining up like it's supposed to. If I forgot something, you guys, I already know, you'll be screaming in there, you missed something. Get it lined up. Get this D shape in here. Yeah, I'm struggle busting a little bit. There we go. Okay. Make sure we're all nice and lined up. Now, the reason why this was so easy to put on, in case you get one of these, this is why. See these bumps right here coming out? That's what this slides on. So you just remember to put the jimping facing upwards towards your thumb, and then those dudes are going to sit right on those bumps. Just like that. Nice and perfect. That is easy peasy. I was a little worried. I was like, what is that going to be like when I take that apart? But not bad. Not bad at all. So let's see. Everybody's snapping back in. It feels solid. So we'll find out if I missed anything. But I'm going to go ahead and put this pivot back in. Because I think we're good. I think we're good to go. Yeah, very nice. I kind of like that. I really do. I like that extra safety. If you're going to be using your knife and working with it, Why not have an extra safety that's that easy to use? That's my thing, is it's that easy. Now, this pocket clip, it's too bad that it's not reversible. That would really make a difference. And it's shaped kind of weird. You know how it goes down, it flows with the knife, but it didn't give me any issue in and out of the pocket. So it didn't create a problem or any issue. Don't forget, if you know, oh, by the way, if you're watching this disassembly and you're still watching, and there's a big deal going on right now, just so you know. If you like the disassemblies and you missed one here in the last week or so, you might want to go and check the disassembly videos, because there is a big surprise that's going to happen here very soon. So if you missed the disassembly videos, and they're not disassembly videos, they're regular videos where I disassembled knives, you might want to go back and watch, because let's just say the people that comment on all the videos get rewarded, and sometimes there's hidden giveaways. Sometimes there are big hidden giveaways for people that comment, and sometimes you have to comment something particular. So I'm just saying, in the last week or so, you might want to go check out all those videos, because you don't want to miss what's going on. That's the only other hints I'm giving. So all I'm doing is just putting all these T6s back in. And by the way, my finger on the other side is holding this screw down and just keeping that from spinning. And it's working just fine. Oh, let me adjust this back here. Get back where there you go. There we go. That was fun. So are we solid? We are solid. Let's see. Oh, I've got it. Look at that. I've got it locked all the way over like a dingbat. That's all right. I'll show you the rookie mistakes. We'll just make it a really long video. Can you believe I did that? Let's take this pivot out. Loosen it up. Gee whiz. That's all right. That's all right. I'm not going to edit it out. People skip through the videos and whatnot anyway, so it's not going to hurt anything. Question is, am I going to have to completely take it apart to get it out? Yep, it is locked into place. So as you can see, when I get to talking, I can make mistakes just like the rest of you. And it's kind of funny because in the comments, you guys are like, I was screaming at you, Beez, like, dude, you forgot that screw, or dude, you didn't do this. Because, you know, when you're watching someone do it, and then compared to trying to have a conversation with yourself, like I'm doing right now, have to take all of these screws out to fix my mistake. Now, had I just been chilling, you know, like you would be doing, taking your knife apart, you wouldn't have missed that, but I'm trying to carry a conversation on at the same time. That's my excuse. It's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So now we're good. Nothing changes. I'm just putting it right back. Putting it right back the way it was. And there we go. Boy, it is wanting to come over all the way on me. I'm going to have to close it like this. Put it back together. Just like that. And actually pay attention to what I'm doing. I guess sometimes I actually have to pay attention. You know the joke? I'm too broke to pay attention. All right, so are we going back together like we're supposed to now? How is it going to look? So I'm going to go ahead and put the pivot screw. I'm just going to get it started because I'm going to try to get this thing back together so you don't have to watch this for an hour and a half. Let me see if I can move it here where I can see it. There we go. It wasn't frustrating. It was just like, oh, I thought we were about done. I was getting ready to move on to give final thoughts, because I've got some final thoughts on this bad boy. So hopefully you all have lived through this disassembly with me. It wasn't that hateful. It just took a minute. Had to go back, fix the problem. And if you're disassembling and you mess up, don't get frustrated. Take your time. And if you're really frustrated, stop, go take a break. Go get you a pop. Get you some water, or depending on where you are in the U.S., get you some soda. Get you a soda pop. But just take a break, come back, take a deep breath, and figure out what you did wrong. It's just usually human error, and if you just take your time, sometimes just take it back apart. It doesn't take 10 minutes to take a knife apart and put it back together. Unless you're talking and, you know, you have to do it again. So let's see if we get it this time. These screws go way down in there too. That one does. All right. Now, we are dead centered. It is nice and solid. Let's go to the big screen. So the Ruike P841-L. What are my thoughts on it? Well, first of all, I've cleaned it out. It's nice and solid. It's centered. There's no blade plate or anything. You know, the action was really good before, and I can't tell that it's changed. I would say if you get this knife new, that I would probably just leave the grease or whatever that stuff is in there, because it wasn't hurting anything, and the action didn't improve that I can tell. It has good action. You just have to give it a little bit of shake shut, and it's shutting down. And I know this has been a longer video, but I wanted to take my time. I didn't want to miss anything. Plus, I wanted to make sure you knew about the Kizer original. But what do I think about it? I think it has good action. It has really good ergos. This will make a great work knife. And look at that. It has a nice strong tip on it. Has nice strong blade. It has a lot of cutting surface, a lot of cutting length. I think this would be a great, for some of you it'd be a beater knife. For some of you this would be a very nice EDC. It fits the hand very nicely. And I have wide hands. You already know the size of my hands. So if your hands are bigger than mine, you're still good. And if you have really big hands, your pinky's going to fall on this flat area back here and you're still going to be good. Now as far as sharpening choil, we do have a choil and you have some room. You have a little bit of room before you get to the plunge grind. You can see right there. So you're good for sharpening. Man, for the price, $36, $35, what is it, $35.95? Yeah, I'm thinking this is a really good knife. I would recommend it. I don't see any problems with it. Of course, I haven't used it. I haven't cut with it or anything, but I don't see where there's going to be issues. I have enough knives where I know it's going to be a comfortable knife. So let me know what you think about it. But until then, till the next time, make sure you live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.